Let's talk about model years right now, because this came up in some comments on earlier videos. Steve Plucker's excellent book on Model A assembly plans talks about Model A's assembled in 1929 that featured the 1930 styling. The new styling was Ford's further advances at streamlining the body with more flowing lines. This design change only applied to passenger cars at the start of 1930. Commercial vehicles didn't get the upgraded body lines until middle of 1930. Plucker's detailed research utilized the assembly record types, which were Ford's official accounting of Model A production. In these records, there is a caveat for the 1929 stats that said, of the above domestic totals by type, the following are 1930 models. These 1930 models started being produced in November and December of 1929. 15 of Ford's U.S. assembly plants built these 1930 cars in 1929. This was the only instance of model years being called out during the production years of the Model A. All total, Ford records specified that 17,115 cars were assembled in the last 2 months of 1929 as 1930 models. The Phaeton was the least produced 1930 and 1929. Only 16 were built. The coupe was next, with 301 of the two-seater rolling out of the Ford assembly line. 427 sport coupes were assembled during the last 2 months of 1929. Roadster production was 517 during the changeover period. The Cabriolet was in the middle of the numbers, with 873 examples built. The four-door body styles took 4 of the top 5 spots in the 170B standard and 1,052 of the updated streamlined style built in 1929. The standard sedan 165C had a strong showing, with 3,532 of the basic four-door coming off the line. The Town sedan, which was the top of the line of traditional passenger offerings by Ford in the Model A, was a strong enough seller that 5,063 were built at the end of 29. The two-door once again held first place with 5,334 of the venerable people mover built with the new styling in 1929. We will include these numbers in our future 1930 production video, but thought it was a pretty interesting fact and worth calling out on its own. If you want to know more about Model A production, we cannot urge you enough to purchase copies of Steve Plucker's books on the topic. As always, we hope you continue to enjoy a Model A.